right, for those that don't know, I've been trying to learn Dota 2 recently. I've been kind of addicted to the game, really enjoying it. I'm not very good, though. I'm currently Guardian, so I decided that I should probably start spectating people just so I can try to learn something instead of just mindlessly queuing up for games. So I'm going to be watching a Razor game by XinQ. He's playing in the off lane. Razor's my current favorite hero, and I feel like my laning phase isn't very good, so I'm going to be particularly focusing on the lane phase and trying to figure out what exactly I can be doing better in the lane to try to maximize my lane potential, and also moving into like the mid game, because I feel like I'm pretty decent in the late game. It's not hard as Razor. You just kind of run in and send it. But the mid game, I have a little trouble because I'm usually behind coming out of lane, and so I end up just like power farming to try to catch back up. So we'll see what this guy does, and we'll go from there. So we haven't skilled anything yet. We'll probably skill Link, I would assume. Link is just like your most powerful tool early in the game because you steal a bunch of damage from people.
I don't care what's
Helps you last hit. Keeps you from getting killed. We're just waiting for bounties to spawn. We'll probably fight for the bounty. We'll probably skill Link and fight for the bounty, I would guess. I got a good early ward. We see all of them. We see that there's like 3 of them. It looks like our Pango isn't coming. So we can't fight for this rune, I don't think. We still haven't skilled an ability. We skilled Q. Interesting. So first thing I noticed is, because I guess it's a fight between everybody here, and you want to try to slow them so that these two can kill him, he skilled Link so that he could slow everybody and do a little bit of AoE damage. So he has Q going into lane, which isn't terrible. Link has a pretty long cooldown. The problem with Link, or the problem with Plasma Field, is it's a ton of mana, I feel like. But maybe he's just using that to nuke the wave. He doesn't have a Quelling Blade. That's another thing I've noticed. I usually go Quelling Blade because I'm bad at last hitting. I'm not going to lie. But maybe he's going to show me how to last hit, and I'm going to learn why I don't need Quelling Blade. Okay, got the deny. We did not get that creep. We didn't get the deny there. We did get these creeps, though, because they pulled back to us. Okay, so we have 1. We used our Q to last hit the range creep, so maybe that's why he wanted to start Q. Maybe it wasn't just for the fight. Maybe you start Q in general, and I'm just trolling. It's possible. Okay. This is where I feel like I struggle. I'm a ranged hero that has 54 base damage, and I don't have a Quelling Blade. How am I ever supposed to last hit anything without getting it denied? That's what I worry about. So I feel like Razor's supposed to have a strong lane phase, but maybe I'm just totally wrong on that. They're just pushing, which is interesting. Okay, wave is where we want it. We've aggroed the creeps back. We've lost another creep, so we have 2 last hits so far. And this is the second wave. We should get these. Okay, we used our other Tango. I think we used 1 on a branch. We might be going wand in this lane. Okay, we skilled Link, and now we're fighting. Okay, got the kill. Good hook by Pudge. Good job to back off and get the max damage out of the Q there. I don't know if we kill him if we don't get that. Okay, 6 last hits in 3 waves. Well, 2 technically. This wave just got here. That's probably better than I would be doing. But that's half. Is that half the creeps? No, that's 6 out of 8. That's actually not bad. Okay, we use our Q to try to get every range creep, it looks like. But now we're so are we gonna ferry out any regen, or... So we're out of mana. So basically he's using Q to try to get every range creep, which I know is what you're supposed to do, but I don't always have the mana to do that. So I don't know. We'll see. I wonder if he's gonna put a second point in Q, or if he's gonna go for Link. Because I feel like you'd go second point in Q. He's got 1 Wraith Band, so he's got a little bit of int. Can he branch? Yep. No, he didn't branch. Okay, he ferried out a couple of mangoes. Or did Pudge give him those? I honestly don't know. Okay, we link him. And we're gonna kill him. Nice. This Pudge is playing pretty well. So I feel like as Razor, you're reliant on the other person to like make plays. You're kind of just following up. So like when someone goes on you, you link them to take their damage so that they can't kill you. And then you need your support to like CC them to help you get kills. He's got 12 last hits. I have no idea how many he's supposed to have. So if you look at the rest of the game, is this his carry? His carry Prophet has 13 and his mid Pango has 18. Their offlaner, I think is Viper, yep, has 11. So he's doing better than the enemy offlaner. So 13 isn't bad for this point of the game, I'm guessing. Their Nature's Prophet has a ton of denies. Okay, so he used the mangoes. He's got 1 Wraith Band, he's got 2 Tangos, he's got a branch still. I feel like we should probably use that branch at some point if we get low, but maybe he's gonna buy a wand. Okay. We have 16 last hits so far, which isn't bad. Maybe I'm just expecting too much out of my farm. But this is without a Quelling Blade, by the way. Okay, so he's looking for boots, Ring of Regen. So he's looking for Arcanes and Ring of Regen, which is what you normally go. He's got double Wraith Band. He did buy a stick. Okay. He hasn't bought the wand, but he's bought the stick. Which I feel like is pretty good against Shadow Shaman and Slark. I feel like they can throw a lot of spells. I don't think they're like crazy spammers, but Slark definitely uses a lot of abilities when he fights. Like Shadow Shaman probably could be spamming more than he is, but I think he's scared of Pudge, which he probably should be. Okay, so now we're behind the enemy offlaner in last hits. Your last hitting, I've noticed, gets a lot better once you have double Wraith Band, obviously, because it gives you stats, which is what you need.
And its horrific crimes,
got our boots.
Courier has just thrown itself onto an
We haven't had to ferry any. The only region we've really ferried was mangoes, and that was to like get us a kill, basically. Now we're just like running at Slark because we know he can't fight us whenever we have Link going. If he tries to fight us, we just link him, but we don't want to link him unless he's used his jump. Last sitting. We're still behind the safe lane and the off lane. We are the lowest. So we're the lowest of the cores in last hits, if we haven't noticed. So I think last hitting is just hard with Razor. And you just have to accept that fact. So you're probably just going to be behind in last hits. And you're just going to make up for it by like flash farming with your ult or your Q in mid game. Or your shard. We're just nuking the wave because it's crashing and we don't want it to crash. Taking a lot of damage, but we have a branch. Okay, there we used our branch. I don't know if we ferried that out at some point. I don't remember. Okay. Decent job last sitting there. Just linking him and running at him. Okay, run him all the way down the lane to take as much damage as we can. And then we're back to last sitting. He is maxing Q, by the way. I just noticed he is maxing Q, which I think is better. I think this is just the way you play Razor now. I've been putting too many points in Link, I think, early on. I think maxing Q makes it to where you can last hit range creeps better, you do more poke. It's just more damage than you're going to get out of Link, I think, a lot of times. I don't think Link is like your good spell anymore. Link is good like to just shut down carries. It's not like your kill spell. Your damage comes from Q and ulti and your shard.
Radiant structures are fortified.
He has put a point in E. Let's nuke him again. We're basically just nuking Slark on cooldown because now we have arcane boots. So now we're not as worried about mana. So the mana cost doesn't go up on Plasma Wave, I just noticed. So that's nice. It's still 125 even though he has 3 points in it. Now we have our ult, which is kind of like our farming tool. We're at the top, by the way, on last hits now. So once you get some points in this, it seems like it becomes easier to farm. We're the top of the last hits now. So we're not the best tower pusher. So I've already learned one thing. Max Q. Don't put extra points in Link. Max Q. And now we've ulted. We haven't gotten a kill, but it's okay, because now we're going to use our ult to farm, probably. Yep. So if you ever use your ult for a fight, immediately go try to find all the creeps you can find. This is one thing I have learned. He's not, though. He's going back on the Slark. He got Ring of Health. Okay, we're running. His Tusk is coming in. Uh-oh. Might be dead here. Oh, good hook. Really good save from Pudge. Okay. Flanking the Tusk because he does the most right-click damage at this point in the game.
But not nearly swift enough to get me.
Probably kill him here. Yep, nice. So now is where we're chilling as Razor. We have arcane boots and we have Ring of Health. This is where when I'm playing, I feel like okay, I'm chilling. I have health regen. I have mana sustain. It's getting to this point without getting too far behind. That's kind of the hard part. So I feel like what I learned is he's decently strong laner. Last hitting is hard until you get double Wraith Band. Last hitting is just hard. And points in Q. Max Q, that's one thing we've learned. Max Plasma Field instead of Link. I've been putting points in Link. Like you see that damage. And then he just ults. And he's just going to run because you don't have any way to interrupt TPs. That's fine. At least we force him to use his TP defensively. Okay, so we're looking for creeps with our ulti up. Always go for creep waves first. And then look for jungle creeps. No, we're still looking for a fight, it looks like. Yep, we are. Found the squirrel. Now we're just going to look to take the tower. I feel like he hasn't gotten much value out of this stick. Like, he bought the stick, but, like, he's used it, what, a couple times, maybe, is all? I think he's mostly just using it for maybe a little mana. Because the guy's Ring of Health, if he's not getting, like, killed, he's going to be full HP. Ring of Health is so much regen. We definitely buy that before Vitality Booster. I've made that mistake. I bought Vitality Booster first, and it's not as good. Okay, now we have Vanguard. Now we're really chilling. So now we're just chilling basically until we get Bloodstone. Taking the fights that come to us. Trying to keep our farm up. I want to pay attention to when he buys his shard too. We're just TPing out. Okay. Nice play. Knew that they didn't have any way to interrupt his TP, so just TP'd out. Good stuff. Now let's see where we go on the map. We're still, looks like, just running back top side. We have someone bottom protecting that, so we don't need to be bottom. So we're just going mid, and then we're going to figure out where to go from there, I guess. Okay. Looks like we're looking for shard, and okay, so we're going shard as soon as we can get it, I guess. Which is what I thought, but I wasn't sure. Because some of the guides don't show to get shard immediately. I think you want to buy shard literally at 15 minutes if you can. So now we're using our ult to flash farm. This is what I usually end up doing whenever there's nothing else to do. I just press ult to farm jungle creeps. And then we're going to parlay it into a top wave. Use our Q. Link the Viper. Don't know if we can fight him. We're dead here, I think. The Viper's pretty strong right now, it seems. Viper also just does a ton of damage. Like, until you have your... Yeah, that's why he's buying an early Cloak. So normally you'd want to go right for Bloodstone, but he's going Cloak because Viper does a crap ton of magic damage.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
He's maxing E second. He's still not even putting points in Link. Okay. That's another thing I've been doing wrong. I've been maxing Link second. He's just putting points in his move speed. So it's fully just a spell. Your W is literally just to keep you from dying. It's just, you press it on the carry to make them do less damage. That's about it. I mean, look how long the cooldown on Link is. It's so long. So you're completely a spellcaster. Got it.
Got it.
Okay. We used our ult because we were fighting, and now we're just trying to find creeps with it. We're still almost at the top of the net worth. We have 77 last hits at 13 minutes, so 77 last hits is obviously decent at this point because this guy is much higher elo than me. So it seems like in the early game, you want, like, whatever the minute is, you want, like, half that in creeps. So we're almost at the 14-minute mark, and we have 80. So we're a little over half the time in creeps. We're still on pace to get our shard on time, even though we got the cloak. We're not TPing this because we don't have TP. We're just finding farm right now. Ooh. His prophet died. That's not good. Okay, we're just finding farm because there's nothing really else for us to do right now. We're keeping a mobility trinket or mobility neutral. Tumblr's toy. It's not a ton of mobility, I guess. It's some, though. Okay, I don't know if we're not rotating to anything still. I feel like we're still not super strong. So we're still just trying to take what we can get. I feel like Razor isn't super strong until he has Bloodstone. I feel like that's how I always feel. And then once I hit Bloodstone, I'm like, okay, I'm strong now. Bloodstone and Shard. We're probably dead here. Maybe we're not. Good Link on the Tusk. We're just kind of playing in and out, poking. Uh-oh, we're dead to Snowball probably. Yep. That's probably too ambitious. But the team's showing up and might clean it up. Okay. So we have our shard money now. So we have shard right at 15, which is really good. I'm guessing we're buying it. Yep. Okay, so we have our shard. We bought a casual cloak just to try to keep us alive against Viper. And a pause. Okay. Okay, good. It skipped to the unpause. That's nice. Alright. We're just going to go on Slark because we have our shard now. If he hits us, he's going to probably take a lot of damage. And we're probably going to kill him here. Oh, he's just going to... Nope. Just ulted and TP'd out. Oh, we killed him. No, we killed him. Okay. I guess he died to our ult. Or our shard. I'm not sure which. We're still maxing E second, so I need to remember that. We maxing move speed second. And I'm going to watch and react to other games as well, guys. I'm trying to learn other characters, obviously. Razor's just the one that I'm playing the most and having the most success with right now. And I feel like it's just because he's really strong more than anything. Okay, so we aren't going Bloodstone. We're going for Eternal Shroud first. Okay. We're going for... Are we going for Eternal Shroud, or are we just picking up the casual hood? No, we're going Bloodstone. We just wanted to pick up the hood. So he made a stop for the hood, which is a pretty good adaptation, I think, because Viper is really the only one I feel like that can kill him. I mean, Tusk. Tusk does mostly physical damage, so... I feel like maybe our Vanguard helps against that. We don't have Vanguard anymore. We just assembled it. Because all we need is the energy booster. And the Ring of Health turned into the hood. That's why we disassembled it, was because the Ring of Health turned into the hood. Okay. So I guess his thought process is Viper's the only one that can kill me right now. So if I get a hood, he can no longer kill me, and now I'm unkillable. Unless, you know, you make like a drastic mistake, obviously. It makes sense. I'm wondering if he's going to buy BKB, because I've bought BKB in a lot of my games, but I don't think it feels necessary. Shroud is a lot of magic resist. Nice. Punch canceled him. That's pretty big. He got the kill. Squirrel's up top. Cliffed. Alright. So all we need now is the mask and the recipes. We need like 13 or 1400 gold for Bloodstone. We're still highest net worth. We have 119 last hits. I need to, probably what I need to do is go back and watch one of my games and compare where I'm at. Even in a game that's good. Clutch found another pick. Yeah, so we're like full on ready to fight right now. Our team's way ahead. We have the top 3 net worth, so we're just fighting every chance we get, basically. As long as the team is here, we are fighting.
Thank God, Radiant's courier is gone.
Is what it seems like.
Peace may return to
Illusion rune. We probably want to give that to Pango. Yeah. So he has the bottle, and he's a right clicker with disarm, so like multiple illusions disarming people. It's pretty good. We still have only 1 point in Link. That is a big difference from how I've been playing. Okay, we're still alive thanks to our boy Omni. We're dead. Yeah. The main one we have to watch out for right now is Tusk. I mean, Slark is getting there too, though. Slark is getting pretty strong. Okay. We're up less than 1k gold, so it's not like we're like super ahead. We have Bloodstone here. Okay, so we have Bloodstone. This is our big power spike. He delayed the Bloodstone a little bit for Hood. I'm wondering if he's going to buy Shiva's. I feel like he needs something to make him tankier against right clickers, against physical damage.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked. Radiant structures are fortified.
I'm wondering if what item he's going to go next. If he's going to go Travels, or if he's going to go Shiva's. Surely not AC. Because Shiva's is the more mage ability casting focused one. Plus it reduces attack speed, and plus it reduces regen. AC is like when you have a lot of right clickers on your team, which he does. He's Pango and Prophet. I don't know what build Prophet went for though. I don't know if he's the physical build or if he's the mage build. Probably the physical build since he's carry. But I've been seeing like the Ags thing more, and I think it's more of a mage build. I could be wrong. That's not good. I'm gonna mute and take a drink. So that's probably a time we just shouldn't be fighting, because we don't have Pango with us and we don't have Prophet with us. But I think we were just trying to pick up a free kill on a support and then didn't realize the whole team was there. It looks like he's going to finish Shroud and then go Travels. So we're not worried about the physical damage apparently right now. I guess because we do have Link is the thought. So we do have something that can like really stop the physical damage. I wish I had the Dota Plus thing pulled up for this VOD so I could see whether he's taking more magical or more physical. I have a feeling it's probably getting closer to physical now. Since he's had the hood for a while. Okay. Good pickup by the friendly team. So basically mid-game. So here's one of the things I kind of want to think about is what is he doing in the mid-game? He is basically just grouping up and looking for fights. He's just fighting, which is usually what you do as an offlaner. That's fine. I think if his net worth was lower, he'd be farming more. But he's at his Bloodstone, he's at his Power Spike. But even before he hit Bloodstone, he's just fighting. Usually, I'm kind of just chilling until I get my Bloodstone, and I'm just looking for farm.
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
So I probably need to be more aggressive
Radiant's bottom
if
tower
I'm like,
under
you know,
fire.
if I'm on par. I feel like I'm behind in a lot of my games, though. Okay, always looking for Ancients when we can get them because we're pretty good at taking them. Because of our Shard and our Q. And if we have ulti up, then we're really, really good at taking them. We're not like the best farmer in the world, but the Shard helps for sure. I think the Shard is what made this playstyle possible. Because it just adds so much more like AoE, wave clear, farming to him than he had before. Okay, we bought Travels before we bought Shroud. I'm guessing, I don't know if we want the move speed because our passive is getting broke. We're getting broke by Viper. So we don't have our move speed as much as we normally would. Bloodstone, we're trying to go ult going. This fight isn't going very well. We're just going to try to kill the supports, I think, and then probably get out. Okay, killed one support. Alright, team killed Viper, never mind. So 3 for 3. Not an epic fight, but good enough. We're really hard to kill with Bloodstone. Bloodstone Hood. We're pretty hard to kill, it seems. So he went Travels. I'm wondering if he's going to play away from his team more and farm more. Or if he literally just wants it mostly for the move speed. I feel when you get no procs of your passive while you're trying to kill a freaking camp. Feels bad. Okay. Looks like we're going for BKB. So we are going for BKB. BKB refresher. Looks like what we're looking for. And that's one thing about this build is I feel like refresher is better on it than the other build because you have the mana to actually use the refresher because you have Bloodstone. Double Wraith Pack, you know, I mean, like you have mana. So it feels like you can actually use the refresher. But he still does want BKB. He's getting CC'd a lot, which is usually why I end up wanting BKB. They have some really giga annoying CC too, like Shadow Shaman, the break from, I don't think it helps with the break, but Shadow Shaman has Hex and Shackles. Him alone is probably enough. They have Hoodwink Stun. So they have some pretty annoying CC. They have the Leash from Slark, which I think gets dispelled by BKB. But I'm not positive. He uses his Q to like check and make sure he's safe a lot. So he is playing away from his team more now that he has Travels. Because like before he was literally just standing on top of his team, but now he feels like he can TP close enough. And I think he's trying to get his BKB as fast as he can. Always trying to max range his Q on minions. Okay, he's TPing to try to connect because of the Roche. He's worried about them coming in and fighting over the Roche. Found the Slark. Or no, sorry, found the Hoodwink, not the Slark. It looked like Slark. Little tiny character model. Okay. Hoodwink is the support I need to try. She seems fun. I played her a long time ago, but I ended up ending up in the mid whenever I played Unranked. Because people would always pick supports after I locked in Hoodwink, and they're like, oh, you could mid. It's like, bro, I didn't pick this to mid. Okay? I'm not a mid laner, for one. For two, I thought people would want to play mid. Do we have enough for BKB? Not quite, I don't think. 10, 16, 27. We're pretty close. Was it like 34 or something? Because that's 1,000, 2,600, and then the combine is like 1,400. So I think it's actually like 4,000, I think.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
So we're almost to BKB, which will be really good. Then Viper basically can't do anything to us, and we can't get stopped by Shaman. I don't know if Hex goes through BKB or not. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. I know so little about the game, man. I've only played 100 hours, and like 90 of those were like a few years ago. So I've probably only played like, I don't know, 30 or 40 hours recently.
It's cleaver time. Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
We're still the highest net worth, by the way. Yeah, he's playing away from his team and farming a lot right now because he has travels, which is good. We're just trying to get to our BKB before we fight, if we can. I think that's the main goal right now.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
Haste!
One thing is he doesn't actually use his ult specifically for the purpose of farming ever, which is something I end up doing a lot because it speeds my farm up a lot. But I guess we're just okay, like, slow farming. As long as we have our ult for a fight. It makes sense. I feel like I'm always behind. I always feel like I'm behind, so I'm like flash farming with my ult a lot. Which we probably don't need to. Because like we don't insta-kill waves without our ult, but we still kill them pretty quickly. Yeah, we have BKB here. So we're ulting and we're just connecting. Nope, we're not. I'm trying to save this tower, I guess. Stealing damage from the Viper illusion. Interesting. I think his main goal was just to keep the tower alive there. So not going for Shivas, not going for Ags. You really don't want Ags until you're trying to push high ground. I feel like I've probably been buying Ags too early. Oh, it looks like we're changing. We're going for Scythe. Okay. It's pretty good with Refresher. Oh, he didn't go for Refresher. We're just going for Scythe. We probably feel like we can't go for Refresher at this point. We probably want the Hex. I don't know who we want the Hex for. I guess Slark, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure. I never know when to build Hex. Okay, we went Plasma Field damage, we went Strength, and we went... I didn't see what the other talent was. I can't remember what the third one is. The last one is like Eye of the Storm interval, I think. We're really worried about killing these Viper illusions. We Link Slark. We're chilling. BKB. Now we're scared. Now we're BKBing. Okay. Didn't really get anything there. Same thing. We're just keeping our net worth up, connecting with our team whenever we can. Now we're bloodstoning for mana, which is something I end up having to do a lot. Uh-oh. We have no BKB. We probably should have been farming safer, but our Pudge saved us. Okay, come out and we link to Slark. Slark is gone. Slark is a hard link. Slark is a hard target to lock down. I'm guessing that's why we're going Hex. Because if we don't go Hex, he probably just always gets away. So that makes sense to me. We're not necessarily worried about dying as much. We're worried about having a way to kill the Slark. Which right now, I guess it seems like we don't. Uh-oh. We're dead, I think. Nope, we got eaten by Pudge again. Pudge is just saving our life so often. My goodness. We went down. Did we lose this game? I mean, we don't scale that well. We have a Prophet as our carry, and they have a Slark. I feel like that's the big difference in this game right now. I never feel the impact of Prophet. The only impact I feel of Prophet is the ratting. Like, just like backdooring structures, pushing them out, like pushing waves. It feels like you always have map control with Prophet, but I don't know. I'm guessing that's the trade-off for the hero. He's probably not that good of a team fighter because he's so good at like pushing. I'm guessing he's a right-click build, by the way. I would hope so, because if not... I mean, he does have a Pango, I guess, but Pango doesn't really play like a traditional right-clicker. He's like an ability character. He just has stuff that like procs right-clicks on people. He does have a Maelstrom, so he is right-click build. Slark is the highest net worth now. That's really scary. Obviously, we don't know that from his perspective. He doesn't know that. He can probably assume it though, because he's a player that's played a lot of games, so he can probably assume that. Man, we're fine though. Shaman needed more backup there. Shaman is never just going to 100 to 0 us by itself because of our passive. Our passive is just going to kill him. Our Axe. Does Break cancel the Shard passive? I'm guessing it does. Viper's kind of an annoying character for us to play against. Mostly just because of the Break. Because we have movement speed passive and we have a damage passive with Shard. Seems like this might be how we win the game. Yep. Really good hooks by Pudge. Pudge, I feel like, has played really, really well. Still working on Scythe. We probably just pinged how much gold we need for it to our team. Never ulting for farm. Never ever. We also didn't finish the Shroud, by the way. So I guess we feel like we didn't. We feel like a Hood plus a BKB was enough damage. We did not go for Scythe. We went Axe. Okay. Because now we're probably pushing high ground. So now we think, okay, we can go Axe. Because we're looking at pushing high ground now. So that makes sense. And then we're going to go Scythe. So high ground makes your ulti hit turrets. Or, I mean, not high ground. Ags makes your ulti hit turrets. So that's why, like, I say, like, you probably don't want it until you feel like you can go high ground. Once you feel like you can go high ground, though, it helps you in. See, his ult is still zapping the turret. It hits racks, too. Yeah, and it gives it a double hit, so it hits both the racks. So it's actually pretty good for pushing. We have Quickening Charm as well, which is really good because that's cooldown reduction. So we definitely want a mage. We want mage trinket or neutrals. I keep calling them trinkets because that's what they remind me of. But they're neutrals. Our net worth is now the most again by quite a bit, actually. At this point, we're like 2k up. That last fight was really good for us. We have 16 kills. This is where Razor just, like, he feels like a god. Once you have Bloodstone, you feel strong. And then once you have, like, these tanky items, it feels like you just, like, don't die. I tried the freaking carry right-click build last night because I had a challenge to do physical damage, and I just wanted to see if it was still playable. I don't think it's still playable. I was listening to BSJ, and he was saying as long as you're, like, flexible with your build and you're willing to, like, go the other build every now and then, Razor is still a god. I don't think that other build is good. It might have just been what I was playing against, though, but I don't know, man. I felt super squishy. I felt like I didn't do any damage, and I was basically killing myself on blade mails. Like, they had blade mail, and I was basically just murdering myself to their blade mails. It looks like a Giga-fed Pudge. I went blade mail. Blade mail is really good against Razor, I feel like, because you can't control so much of your damage, like your passive and your ulti. Yeah, you got Viper. Hit by Viper Strike. Just hiding back on Tusk. We're still really hard to kill. Our BKB is down, so now we're a little scared. So basically what I've learned is mid-game, just play around your team. Once you get travels, play away from your team. Looks like he's going for refresher still. He bought the recipe, which is, I mean, if you have enough gold for buyback, you want to spend the excess on stuff. And it's not like he's going to put any of those pieces in his inventory, so he can just buy a recipe. Nothing wrong with that. Because none of those components are better than his Wraith Band. Wraith Bands are actually better late game than they used to be because they have like the stat doubling at 20 minutes or 25 minutes, something like that. Trying to get there to help. Shaman. I don't know if that's ideal, but we probably just wanted to link somebody. Get our damage off. We could. We still don't have a pipe or Eternal Shroud, by the way. I feel like is a problem. I feel like we're too squishy. So that's why I was wondering if he wanted like a Shiva's, or if he wanted to finish the Shroud or something for more tankiness. Because he still is like getting wrecked. Like the Slark is still, and the Viper are still doing so much damage to him. Okay, let's skip forward a little bit until we either buy back or... Oh, it looks like the game ends pretty soon. Until we either buy back or we're alive. They got Aegis, the enemy did. We might lose this game. We either win this fight and win the game, or the enemy team... Whoever wins this next fight probably wins the game. Yeah. He still does have buyback, though. Okay, we went double plasma field. Just what I thought. Oh, right. The 20 is double plasma field. The 15, or the 25 is double plasma field. The 20 is the interval, I think. The strike interval. I think. I'll have to double check after this video's over, but I think so. Okay, we have Gem. We got rid of our Wraith Band to hold the Gem for our team. That's probably smart. We are definitely the tankiest on the team. I don't know, maybe Pingo's tankier than us. Oh boy. Prophet got killed. That's really bad. Does he have buyback? He does have buyback, it looks like. Okay, so now we're just kind of trying to get our refresher, I guess. We have refresher now. So we don't have buyback, we have refresher. So we're feeling like this refresher is what's going to win the fight for us. And we won't need buyback. We're all in on this. Pin to edge sword.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower is demolished.
I mean, this next fight is going to be the game, for sure. Okay, we're initiated on. We get our ult off. We get our Bloodstone and our BKB off. And we're linking the the Viper. Okay, all of our cooldowns are down, so we're refreshing. Saving BKB for when we get initiated on. Wow, it feels like he's going to carry this fight so hard. He used BKB and then got kicked out. That sucks. Uh-oh, we don't have Link for Slark. We got eaten by Pedge, though. I don't know if we win this, man. We have Link, but he leaps. See, Slark is like such a bad character to try to Link. He just jumps out. They have some rough Link characters. And then we get broken and we die. I think we lose. We're down 9k. I think we got out-carried this game. I don't think XinQ played bad. Definitely didn't. 17-7. I think we got out-carried this game. I don't feel like the Prophet did much. He didn't rap very much. He didn't fight very well. I don't think he did anything, really, to be honest. We don't have buyback because we bought refreshers, so unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about this. I don't feel like the refresher did that much for us. The problem with this team that we're facing is like they force staff away, Slark jumps away, they have snowball save. They have so many things that can like, that's a good hook. They have so many things that can like break our Link and get them away from melee range with us, which is where we want to be. We want to be up on them.
You were out of your weight class.
Was there offlane Tusk? Or was he was mid lane there? Offlane was Viper. Those are kind of the two characters I'm playing right now. I'm thinking about adding Death Prophet to that mix. But I feel like I need a melee offlaner that I can play. I mean, I could probably play Centaur. He seems decent right now. I don't know. Melee is just in the game feel like kind of bad in general. I don't know why.
No more middle tower for Radiant.
I feel like Bloodstone or Razor are probably going to get nerfed. Probably, I would say Bloodstone is definitely going to get nerfed again. Because there's still like Viper's building it, Lashrak is building it, Razor's building it. I don't think Razor is that OP without Bloodstone. I feel like he's a very balanced character with the other build. This build, I think, is way more OP. I won this fight. Slark is still alive, though. Prophet is alive in 7, so maybe we can push here. He's going Kaya Sanj is what he has queued up currently. That definitely makes him tankier. Linking a bunch of damage from an illusion. I got him 165 damage. Now I can hit a tower harder. So I think the reason he's linking illusions is because there's gonna be nothing else to link. And he wants some damage. He just wants the damage. Which makes sense. We're trying to end here. Okay. We do have our ult. We do have refresher. We refreshed. Okay, so now our bloodstone and our BKB are out. So now we activate both of those. We're holding hood for when we probably get vipered. Oh yeah, we win. Okay. So we have hood. So we're waiting till the viper damage really stacks up. Or we're just not hooding. I guess we just don't need it yet. I feel like our team needs it. Nice, we won. All right, so things I learned from that game: max Q in lane, don't put extra points in link. Max Q, then max E. What else did we learn? Stay with your team basically for most of the game until you get travels. Then you can play away from your team. Other than that, though, it was mostly just a typical Razor game, like just fighting a lot, and if your team wins the fights, then you're good. You do a lot of damage, you're really hard to kill, all that good stuff. If you enjoyed my reaction / VOD review to this video, make sure to thumbs it up. I'm going to try to do more of these because I'm just trying to learn the game. I did learn like 3 or 4 things at least from this. There's probably more to learn, but I don't really know, I don't know what I don't know. So if there's more that I should have taken this and more that I should have learned from this, make sure to comment it below. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Peace.